We begin with our big story, the excessive heat warning. Right now, we are marking 100 degrees, not even coming close to last year's record of 109. But starting tomorrow, it will be a very different story. We are entering a dangerous weekend ahead. Tomorrow will quickly climb to 109, close to the 1989 record of 113. Then Sunday, the highest temperature of the year so far, we're going to be at 115 degrees, breaking 1989 record of 112. It doesn't end there. The excessive heat warning has been extended until Wednesday. So it's best to stay inside, try to keep cool with your AC or you can do something like this. These are kids keeping cool at Quincy Douglas Pool on the south side. This was shot earlier this afternoon as families spent the day at the pool. If you plan to get away from the heat, you may want to watch out because if it gets too hot, your flight won't depart. Tucson airport officials say they're tracking this heat wave, and each airline gets to decide if their plane can handle to leave or land on the runway with these triple-digit temps. And as we know, Father's Day is this weekend, and some dads would love to be out there golfing, but the heat might prevent that from happening. At Randolph Golf Course, we saw just a few golfers out there today. City officials say if you do decide to go play, it's at your own risk, but remember to bring plenty of fluids with you. With more on this heat wave, let's check in with Kyler Dix. He's in for Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen.
All right, Stella. Yes, as you mentioned, we're sitting on 100 degrees right now at the Tucson International Airport. Something else we have to think about is the lack of moisture in our atmosphere. 20 degrees on the dew point right now, only 6% humidity. You will dehydrate very quickly in those conditions, and you get that sun baking on you. It's all a mix to really make yourself sick if you overdo it out there. And today is nothing compared to what we're going to be forecasting. 100 in Tucson, 103 in Phoenix right now, 105 in Gila Bend. Notice these temperatures to the west of Tucson really starting to climb. It's indications of that hotter, drier air moving into the region. Now, let's take a look at that excessive heat warning. It extends all the way from southern Arizona into southern California and Nevada. Here's the reason why. We've got temperatures of 120 degrees possible this weekend. And right in Tucson, as Stella was mentioning, 115. And remember your pets this weekend. Well, that one didn't, the map didn't change, but I wanted to tell you, with a temperature of 100 degrees, the asphalt could go to 160 degrees. Don't want to have your pets out there on that one.
Boy, this heat is no joke. Kyler, thank you. Well, even if you are a lifelong Arizonan, we are in for weather that may be hotter than anything you've ever lived through. Craig Smith has some expert advice on how to stay safe.
Most of the people we found outside at all were careful to come out fairly early and pace themselves. Tucson Fire Captain Andy Skaggs says do not wait until you're thirsty.
If you notice you're thirsty, your mouth's kind of a little bit dry, you're having that kind of in your mouth, it's too late, you're dehydrated. So you need to start with the water. Don't start by chugging an entire gallon of water right away. You want to start rather with smaller glasses, 8-ounce glasses of water, in about 15 increments.
And he says your body cannot absorb all the water if you load it up all at once. In Arizona's dry heat, sweat evaporates so quickly, you may not notice the excessive sweating that's a sign the heat is making you sick. You may not realize even swimming can leave you dehydrated. It's the water inside that counts. And the heat is not just a discomfort, it really is a serious threat. Last year, Tucson Fire handled 113 heat exposure calls. It's already had 47 since April of this year. State health figures show more than 1,500 heat deaths between 2000 and 2012. 736 of those were immigrants crossing open desert, but 589 were Arizonans living their daily lives. Until the heat backs off, the safest bet is to find things to do indoors. Shelley Claypool was working out at the Udall Rec Center.
Yeah, it seems like a good thing to do. Get away from the office, and it's nice and cool here at Udall, and it's a great thing to do.
Yeah. Would you even contemplate going out there?
Not a chance.
Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.